Sick, dude.
Dope. What's up, everybody? It's Dave Drakes with the Collective Experience, and we are back for another live watch party. If you guys have tuned into the channel before, you know the deal, and you definitely know that guy. We got Ian Settle, repeat offender. What's up, Ian?
What's up, man? I'm pumped to be back, man. I love doing this stuff, dude. I mean, this is like the Twitch of motocross. Like this is where it's at, dude. We got to start doing this more, man.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So Ian and I just talked quick offline. We're gonna do one for Loretta's. I know we're slacking a little bit. We're behind the 8 ball with getting things out last week, but busy people. Ian's busy. I'm busy. So we're gonna get it going regularly. These are too much fun, and I have too much fun doing this stuff. So
yeah,
we're gonna make it happen soon. But Ian, we got Unadilla, dude.
We got Unadilla, man.
Historic Unadilla. How dope is this?
This is gonna be good, dude. I'm pumped. Who are you feeling? I'm thinking Barsha, Justin Cooper, like the hometown guys are gonna feel confident, right? Like,
oh, dude, for sure. Justin Cooper is such a freaking stud at this place, man. Like the guy is super fast. So
dude.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do. But
who else?
The 450 gate drop just happened. Oh, someone went down wicked hard on the Sexton. Ooh,
oh my god! Yeah,
before this, I was gonna say Sexton looked really good in practice. He didn't have qualifying. He didn't have the fastest lap, but he looked like he was solid. Man, I was gonna pick Sexton, dude.
So, dude, I'm thinking, you remember how I was telling you that like the European guys are gnarly in the choppy stuff?
Yeah,
I bet you Roxon hauls ass today, man.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, like he's always on. I'm just saying that I think he's like it's gonna show more than it does sometimes.
I think so too. Like lately he just looks like he's flowy. He always does good, like when he has like a week or so off to like.
Isn't that Fernandez in third, dude?
Yeah, I think so. So Plessinger second.
So so we haven't seen Fernandez with a start like this yet. I don't think, right? He's always been starting back pretty much.
Exactly. So we talked about it last time when we did this for Spring Creek. It's almost like him and who was it, Jet Lawrence, they almost like coming back from like 15th or whatever. Like they always have to battle up front, man, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a little crazy, but cool to see Roxon out front. Not a big surprise to see Roxon with a whole shot running away with some laps, you know what I mean? But he's got Plessinger and Fernandez right behind him, man. These guys are threats right now. Do you think this is like a precursor that we're going to have a battle on our hands throughout the rest of the moto, or do you think Roxon's going to throw the hammer down and kind of check out a little bit?
It's too early to tell, I think, man. I mean, because any of these guys can do any of those things. We have to see how it plays out.
Yeah,
I think the track is still kind of smooth right now as well. Even though it looks, I think it's going to get a lot rougher. Like it's still early in the day and stuff. So in the end of the moto, but let's watch it start. I want to see what happens in the starting. And did you already see it?
Yeah, he's.
I think I'm delayed behind you a little bit, man.
No worries.
Oh yeah,
slid out just a little bit. That's crazy, and that's such a high speed turn too.
I'm surprised no one hit him.
Yeah, exactly. Man, those guys.
He took a handlebar to the. I think he took a handlebar to the groin, dude.
See, I always get nervous on starts whenever I do them, like racing like B, A, whatever. But when you race like pro national, that's a different kind of start. Like these guys are like, this is their job, this is their livelihood, and they race you like you owe them money, dude. It's ridiculous. I would be so terrified.
No, dude, I felt the exact opposite, man.
Really?
Dude, because everyone is so, you got to think, dude, like, what was it like? I mean, well, okay, so what's it like going on the C practice versus the B practice? Like, I mean, there's a difference, right? Like you feel more, imagine going another step further, like, and then everyone is really good. So they hold their lines really well. So you can go way. The problem is when someone crashes, everyone's going so fast and they're so tight that it just takes everyone out.
So that's the thing. The crashes is what gets me because the speed is so much higher. But man, I will say going from C to B, dude, you feel like
it's like that, man.
It takes all the stress away, man. It's crazy how that works, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, I noticed that going pro, I would be hesitant. Like I would be a little tentative in the first couple corners of a start. And the team guys are getting on me like about being more aggressive in the first lap. And then once I realized that people were so solid, I'm like, oh, you can just pretty much hold it wide open, and they don't have to worry about being close because everyone just holds their line.
Yeah.
It's like the Tour de France too. Those guys are like pretty much like getting undressed and drinking like right beside each other, and they're not even like worried about it, dude.
Yeah,
they all know they're solid and stuff.
That's a really good point. That's a really good comparison right there. So what's your take on Tomac? Like, why do you think a guy that, again, we talked about him a little bit, I think in the last one, a guy that everyone touts as being like one of the fastest dudes we've had in a very long time. James Stewart won a record saying this guy should win almost every race. Why do you think he has such a hard time in like qualifying and like first motos where he's like 10th, 14th, 5th, battling, you know, mid pack instead of up there with like Roczen or Ferrandis? What do you think the issue is with him?
Dude, have you ever done something when you were younger and 1,000 times in your room by yourself and then told your mom to come watch and then she comes in and then you can't do it?
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's the same. I think he just has like mental blocks that he hasn't figured out how to get over yet.
Man, is there like a certain
because
process?
He's been that way since I've known him since I was 11 years old, and he's been that way. There's been races where he was just off the entire week, and races where he's just like, you can't even touch him.
Yeah.
So he's always been that way. And there's a lot of, I mean, my little brother was the same way too. He would just have days where he was really on and days where he was really off.
Yeah. It's
and
odd
so
to me.
It might even, dude, it could even be that like, he may not even be that great of a rider all the time, but like, it's like when he is good, he just smokes everybody, dude. So it's like, maybe when you see him on these bad days, that is more of like what he's kind of like normally, but he just has these really, really awesome days too sometimes.
Gotcha.
It could be either. I mean, it could be either one. You really don't know. He's obviously good. He just has a hard time controlling that freaking, I guess, intensity or whatever you want to call it.
I think so too.
I mean, in that way.
The hard part for him is just the inconsistency and replication. Typically, I think he's such an oddity because we see so many top pros be like consistent. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they have their off days, but for the most part, you know, they're top guys, right? Podium guys, top fives, whatever. But with Eli, as good as he is, I feel like he's the worst when it comes to the consistency side. So I think that's why
I feel like if you went back and looked at his results though, as when he first went pro, maybe a second year pro, that they were more consistent back. I think he might just be over it now. That he might just be like not really feeling it as much as he did before. So maybe he's just not, I don't know, mentally there like he was when he first went pro. He's just not as hungry as he was.
Yeah. Yep.
He's got a kid and stuff now. Like stuff changes. You don't know, man.
Yeah, we saw that with Villapoto, right? He did the same thing, kind of.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, when he was over it, which a lot of people can't fathom the fact that these riders get burnt out. But man, when this is your everyday nonstop grinding, like, dude, you get so burnt out of it, man.
Dude, it's still work, man. Yeah,
it is. It's a dope sport. It's all of our lives, obviously, right? But man, when anything can become a job, man, even if you're like a freaking taco truck food taste tester, man, which sounds like a dream job to me, just eating all damn day. That you'll get burnt out of that shit quick, I imagine.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think it's all a balance. I think that's why some of these guys who are having fun might have longer careers than others.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'll be the ticket for a guy like Plessinger who keeps it fun, light, enjoyable.
I think so too, man.
Yeah, and he's creeping up on Kenny, man. Like, I'm really stoked to see Plessinger.
I think he's actually going faster.
Yeah, dude. And especially like being a guy that's so like tall and lanky like that, when you get these long rutted corners,
he likes it.
You can get that leg out of the way. You can manhandle the bike a little bit better. It seems like he's
because have you rode here before?
I rode the amateur track.
Okay, so
yeah, a little different.
In from what it looks like to me, tracks like this always give you terrible arm pump because of the freaking chatter, and so you're always holding on with your arms going up these hills.
Yep.
And that crap. And so someone like Plessinger who can ride with his legs a lot, he just saves his arms, and he might just be able to make complete laps more efficiently than others can. Yeah. Even if it's at the same speed, it's just like he has time to scrub harder and he has extra energy for other parts of the track, you know?
That makes sense to me.
Who do you look like is trying? Who looks like they're moving their body more to you when they're riding, dude? Who looks slower?
Out of these two?
Yeah, visually.
I would say it looks like Kenny looks like, I mean, even though Kenny he looks efficient, but I'd say he's doing more of the like full body, where Plessinger is just making like little micro adjustments. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like Plessinger, I mean, his style, even his style, I would say would look silly. He looks like a little too loose, but
Yeah.
it's working though. So you can't really say it's not good because he's freaking on rocks and he's looks like he made a mistake and got pulled. But
Yeah.
either way, he's that pace. So it's like you're looking at two pretty different riding styles do the exact same lap time.
Exactly.
Which one should you choose? If you were like in a video game, which one would you choose?
Man, that's so tough. Honestly, like
Because they're both the same, right? Which one do you like? Which one looks like it's sketchier and less, I guess, likely to finish the moto at that pace?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I think Roxon's does.
I'd say yeah. I like again, Roxon he looks very thoughtful and efficient with his.
For some reason, Roxon looks faster, but Plessinger looks like he has more control. He looks like he's just chilling, like doing a sight lap.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Roxon looks like he's actually putting the charge on, which is fine. He just looks more aggressive.
Have you tried to alter your riding style when you were like, coming up through amateurs or even in pros?
I did in sand a lot.
What worked for you? Like what
I tried riding on the pegs more in sand. Like I would try to limit the times I would take my foot off the peg. I used to ride hard rock sand track all the time, and I was almost positive that there would no one ever go faster than me at that track. So I had that place so figured out, where there'd be parts where we go to dry and then deep sand again.
Yeah.
And I would always ride on the pegs a lot. And it was no one was really doing it. Was a lot like what people are doing now, but no one was really doing it yet.
Yeah.
And so it only worked in some tracks though, and I felt like it would hurt me when I went to easier tracks. So if we went to race like damn, I'm trying to think of a track that would but like people like Barsha and stuff, they were so aggressive that I would do stuff like that and I would lose time on certain sections and it would cost me.
Okay, because you were trying to be
more
light
I hadn't quite figured out the right I guess like the right amount of just the right amount to put into that, like the right mixture of kind of standing and sitting. I was either doing too much of it or not enough of it or something, I think. But I still was messing with it. So I was trying it, but I hadn't figured it out yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was always curious because we see a lot of guys talk about, again, technique. You and I went over it before, but I know people harp on like the right way to ride certain tracks and stuff like that. So it's interesting. It's an interesting topic for sure.
I don't think you should spend that much time on it, dude. I think you should have your fundamentals. Like if you're starting out, it depends on where we're talking about. If you're talking about critiquing technique as a pro, then you can spend some time on learning how to ride more efficiently.
Yep.
But that'll probably just come naturally too. You're going to figure out like if you're riding stupid, you're going to be tired. So you'll naturally gravitate towards easier.
Oh, for sure.
But you can learn from some of these other guys for sure. Because like I remember watching Purcell and Ratchet ride, and I was like, I've never seen some of that stuff they were doing before. Yeah, it was wild. And you can see the way Kenny rides. I mean, I've ridden with him a lot, dude, and he was insane. Like I said, he was always like I couldn't ride as fast as him in practice normally. Yeah, he was always a second faster than me, probably the Supercross tracks at least, like close to like a few tenths. And it was only on these really rough ones that he was crazy fast on, because he was just. That rough stuff didn't bother him. He would hold it wide open, and I was just like, "That's insane." Yeah. I wonder. Some stuff doesn't matter closing your eyes, dude. Yeah.
Was that before Kenny went like to because I remember he came here and raced for a little bit in like B class and A class, whatever. Then he went back to Germany. No, I'm talking about
pro, dude.
Okay, so
he was racing for KTM on 250s.
Okay.
He was pro. I mean, he was still learning. I'm not gonna say he was at his full potential yet. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, where he was better than me at was stuff that was really choppy and rough. It's like you and your friends, like, who can bomb this hill faster on a skateboard? It's like, well, dude, how much of that skill? Just like, who's willing to not care if they fall, dude? Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there'd be parts where he would just be like, I don't give a crap. I'm just gonna hold it wide open. And he was so good at that, dude. And he was able to do it and not wreck. And so I would just shake my head and just say, I'm not doing that, man. That's insane.
Yeah, that's gnarly. What do you think makes the Euros come over and do so good? Like the Rattrays, the Purcells, the Roxons, Muskin. What makes them different? Like what makes them so much better at the rough stuff?
I think that every track they race on looks like Unadilla times 3, dude. And so they're forced to ride that way, or else they're just gonna freaking wreck all the time. Yeah. If they ride, I think if you ride like if you ride a style such as someone like Barsh's all the time, like even like let's say the Barsh's style works, but if you do that all the time, at some point there's gonna be a amount of times you're not gonna be able to save that mistake because the ruts won't let you, and it's gonna be a mistake that's not fixable, and you're gonna go down.
Yeah.
And so they just learned like I gotta chill and go slower.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't know. You watch Geyser ride, and that guy looks. Dude. He's so insane.
He's nuts, and that guy has some of the most. I don't know another word for it, but the most flamboyant, like out there crashes I've ever seen.
He doesn't move on the bike.
Yeah, like Geiser's guy. I love watching that dude ride. I honestly, like, apart from Stu, that guy can scrub a bike cleaner than anyone.
Oh, he's so efficient.
Such a stud.
Yeah,
such a stud, man. But Roxon looks like he's decent out front, but I do see like there's some instances where there's some instances where like Kenny will make a little bobble and then Plessinger will sneak in. I will say this is probably the most mistakes I've seen in a Roxon. Not many, but more than than we're used to.
One thing that I like that Roxon does, and this is something that was new too that they've started doing recently, is if you look at where he's sitting down in the rut, like where he takes his foot off at the rut.
Yeah.
They're all doing it now too, especially in these rough ones. They're riding almost all the way to the apex.
Yeah.
And they don't even take their foot off the peg sometimes, like, and that even saves energy too. And that's what I was talking about. I used to do at Hard Rock in some ruts and corners.
Yeah. So you're saying feet on the pegs until you hit that apex.
Yeah, you see, come back and take your foot off the peg in that corner. You see that?
Yep, exactly.
And I'm saying if he did, it's not a lot, but it adds up over 30 minutes. I think you're that amount of, because when your foot's off the peg, you're holding on with your arms more, I think.
Yeah. Definitely makes sense. I mean, that sky shot is such a dope.
And then some places he does have his foot off earlier. It just depends. That's all. I think it's all riding. I think it's just how you're looking at the track and how you're flowing.
Yeah.
You look at Roxy, he's riding every corner pretty far into with his feet on the pegs.
Yeah. Do you think one way of doing it is easier than the other, or is it all just kind of depends?
I think it's all subjective to what it feels like to you, man.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
I don't think anyone can tell anyone how to ride. You got to just probably give someone different options and different ways to do it and see which one they like best. You could offer different riding styles and different examples.
Yeah.
But you could get that from anyone. Like my mom could tell me if something was working or not. I'd be like, how's this look? And she was like, that sucks. But you don't need a trainer to do that. You could just have someone watch you do stuff.
Yeah.
See which one was actually faster, which one felt easier. It's not that freaking hard, man. Like some of this stuff is just like lifting weights at the gym. It's like, how do you get stronger? You just lift heavier and like keep working out.
Yeah. Riding's the same thing, man. Seat time, dude.
Everyone's like, which training facility do I go to? It's like, just freaking ride, man. And then just gradually increase it. Yeah.
Get out there and get
it becomes an art when you're trying to learn how not to get hurt and stuff,
Yes.
Obviously this is a whole different level. This right here. I mean, these guys, where they train at matters big time, but I'm just saying on the fundamental level, I don't know how much style really matters.
Yeah. I agree, man. If you're comfortable on the bike and you're getting closer towards, meeting those goals and you're going fast and winning, stuff like that, then who's to say which style is best for you, man,
Roxon looks really good right now, man.
Yeah, he does. And
he looks really good.
They keep rubber banding, man. It looks like Roxon will do something, then Plessinger will reel him in, then Kenny does 2-3 sections good and then gets a little bit of a gap. So this is exciting.
I think what happens is I think Roxon is trying different lines, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And the ones that work, Plessinger probably hooks onto, and the ones that don't, Plessinger might catch them.
Yeah.
And then he might find something else and pull away. It's just a yo-yo game. But they've been going hard right now for almost 20 minutes.
Yeah. And props to Plessinger. I don't think we've seen Plessinger be up front like this, be as racy and competitive and not really tired or fade or anything. Like this is a step up for Plessinger. Also, like, to note, everyone knows that Plessinger's, going to KTM after the season. It's really cool to see him give so much effort and be this good going into KTM. Normally when we see a guy who's locked on a contract with a different color brand, especially, they kind of phone it in, right? They don't really, they don't really give it as much effort. They're, you know, blah, 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 whatever. But it looks like Plessinger is like giving it way more, man. Like there's like some good money on the line for him.
Wants to leave a legacy. He wants to make Yamaha miss him.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's cool. It's cool to see that, man.
He's a good dude too, man. I think he's gonna try hard all the time. I think. I mean, you got to remember, even though he's not winning races, he did win a championship. So the kid knows how to to do that. Isn't like he won a Supercross championship, so he knows how to win.
Yes.
It's just he hasn't figured it out yet in this class. So I still think winning is winning. So he knows how to do it. It's just he hasn't been there.
Yeah. Oh, we got J-Mart on the screen. It's cool to see him win last weekend. That was pretty dope. Oh no. Oh geez. I'm a little ahead of you for sure.
I just seen it.
What do you think happened? What section of the track is that?
I don't know. Looks like he high-sided.
Holy crap, the bike's messed up, man. Yeah, that bike's like that thing cartwheeled.
Holy they yanked Fernandez, dude.
What happened?
I didn't realize they were so far gone on Fernandez. I didn't even check.
Whoa. Loop out? What the heck? So he landed.
What?
What was that?
Hold on, dude.
That's weird. So like he rebounded, gave it whiskeyed, and then
dude, I don't know, man. But all I do know is, have you ever gotten legit whiskey on a 450 before, man? Like actual whiskey throttle?
Yeah, one time.
Okay, it's the most intense thing I've ever. It's insane. So if that's what happened, there's nothing you can do, man. He just made a mistake. He's tired. He's 20 minutes into a moto. He made one small mistake and he went down, man.
Yep, that's
insane. I've never seen that happen before. He must have been landing and wheeling over a bump or something, and he just lost it.
Exactly. Yeah. At that point, you're just
probably had arm pump, and he just lost it, man.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, that's
man,
crazy.
He looped it, dude. There's no way to, you can't really sugarcoat it. He looped
exactly, and that was like
I think it's his back. I think he looped it, and his back's killing him, man.
That was a gnarly one, man.
At least he's all right though. He walked it off, man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So for everyone checking in and watching right now, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. It's myself and of course the amateur mastermind, phenom Ian Treadle. We're talking Unadilla first motos right now. Just saw Plessinger go down. It's quite a bummer. I hate seeing that stuff, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave us a comment. Let's get this chat fired up. If you've got questions for pro like Ian, you got some questions about bike stuff for myself. We want to get nerdy. We want to start talking to you guys and getting involved with some of these comments. So yeah, let us know.
Dude, I think the bars hit him in the face when he looped it, man. That's how hard he looped it.
Really?
Oh man, dude. He's gonna laugh about this later for sure, man.
Yeah, for sure. You have to at this point, right?
Yeah, he's gonna laugh. This was just a bone. I can't explain it, man. I'd love to. I wish he would say what happened. I looped it, dude. I don't know what to say, man.
So what do we got? Geez, 13 seconds back to Ferrandis.
That's what I'm saying. He got yanked, dude. He didn't. I thought he was gonna at least stay in there. He got yanked pretty quick.
They took off, dude.
Look at Mooskin's 40 seconds behind. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
And Webb is off pace too. I'm surprised. I had him thinking he was gonna be a little bit stronger. I mean, it's
that's nuts. You figure Ferrandis being a Euro, man, he kind of had that Kenny style of moto right now. But I mean, second is not bad, but man, 13 seconds back. That's kind of nuts. He does. I will say Ferrandis does look a little bit more timid at this point, but I think maybe he's just trying to do like maximize moto points every single moto, you know?
He's got the red plate, right?
Yeah, by a ways. I think he's got.
But yeah, I mean, he's racing. I think he's
races.
racing different. Like even though you try not to, I think he still raced different.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Yep, 14 seconds, and then Tomac in third. God dang, like 26 seconds back. Tomac, holy crap! These guys were skating, man. Holy shit. Kind of gnarly, man. A track like this separating, you know, top guys like that. It should say a lot about how gnarly this track is.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. You mentioned getting whiskey on a 450. For people out there who may not really, you know, ride a 450 or be as well versed, describe that feeling for a lot of people.
Riding a 450?
Or getting that like that whiskey throttle, like that burst of acceleration.
Okay, dude. So, I mean, it's like it goes against your natural instincts, I think. So it's like when you hit it once, you fall back, just like Plessinger did, and then when you hit the gas that hard, it's so much torque. I mean, these bikes when we talk about hitting freestyle ramps, you could be a dead stop at the base of a freestyle ramp and still freaking hit and like jump probably 65-foot ramp. So there's so much torque in it when it takes off that there's no chance that you're going to freaking, you have to, it is so for a split second, you just see the light flash between your eyes, man.
Yeah,
I did at least.
Tired. He looks like it took a lot out of him, man, that crash. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And that's, again, a high-speed section when you're coming off of that gravity cavity, then, you know, kind of wide open when you land. And ooh, that'll get you. Yeah, I think for one of those reasons, I think that's why I'm giving up the 450 this year, going back to either a 250 or maybe a 350. They're so much bike, man. And I'm a heavy dude, you know, I'm not light, and I'm getting out the 450. It's a lot. Oh, Sexton's back out there too. I wonder how far up he got. Up 14th, salvaging some points, not doing too bad. A lot of people are saying he's going to be like the next big guy. Do you see that same thing too? Out of Sexton?
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, he backed up those 2 titles. He's sick. I watched him ride in at Tampa, and I was pretty impressed.
I do like his riding style. I mean, when you talk about technique,
he rides really well, I thought, man. He rides good.
Exactly. What other attributes about him do you think will make him like a standout on top of other people, like, you know, his contemporaries?
He's consistent, man. At least he like, just going back to the freaking, you look at someone's track record, he backed up those Supercross titles 2 in a row. That's insane. So yeah, he's a guy that knows how to like get in a nice flow and just back up wins one after another.
Yeah. I do like his potential.
Yeah.
Seems like he keeps his head down too, pretty humble, just all about the hard work.
Yeah, I heard he's a cool kid.
Yeah. Also, doesn't hurt when you got James Stewart training you, right?
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
That's got to be phenomenal, dude, to have like one of the most talented riders of all time, just like the most talented rider of all time, like training you and telling you how to go fast. Like,
yeah,
dude, how gnarly is that, man?
I think it would just be cool to have someone like that. They need to have someone like that on all the teams, I think, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They have them in just how they have like NFL teams have sports psychologists, man.
Yeah.
There needs to be like riders they're on teams that can just like that are out on the track looking at different lines and just offering just with, you know, like just, it's like anyone's, I mean, mechanics can help you tell where good lines are.
Yeah.
So having to have another rider there would be, I think, super freaking beneficial, man.
Oh, exactly.
I don't think the budget can afford it for stuff like that. That's all. These teams are on tight budgets, I think. So there's not much it's not as big as football. So, you know, they can't afford to go that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's got to cost at least like 100K, man, for somebody of high caliber to be on call for the team whenever the team needs. Yeah. That's a good pancake right there.
You
That's for
should.
sure.
Do you know about like the logistics of Formula One, about how some of those teams operate?
A little bit, not
It's
as much as I
insane.
want
I
to.
mean, the teams are spending $1 billion a year, so it's insane.
Yeah.
But like when they've got the correct funds, the way that they run is so it's really cool, man. They have like
Yeah.
they do team meetings and stuff like before each race, and they all sit down and talk.
Yeah.
So it's like a business, man. It's really cool.
Mhm.
I think motocross is still evolving into something that it could be.
I hope
Similar to that
so.
someday, you know.
I definitely hope so, man. The marketing side, we got to step it up, which would be a good topic for you and me to go over outside of just like watching a race or whatever. But like the whole marketing side of moto and some opportunities for improvement and where we could see it going and maybe some shortfalls and stuff like that. That's a whole world, you know.
I like that stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Innovation.
It'll help the sport grow. It'll bring in more funding, more eyes. The more people that we have in our sport spending money and stuff, the better.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to see this track shape up pretty gnarly. Some of these corners, dude, there's like
it looks terrible, dude.
7, 8, 9 lines.
Track looks awful, man.
Oh, that's crazy to me. And still the way that they ride it, it makes it look so smooth. It's so hard to get that perspective on camera of just how gnarly the track is, you know?
Yeah.
And Unadilla's pretty. They till that thing, man. That thing is.
It looks. You see how there's some sections that are so dry too, man.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. What do you think is the best prep track on the circuit?
Best prepped?
Yeah, like just like the best prep, most fun to race on.
The best in the morning.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man. Damn, I've only wrote a few, so it's gonna be hard. Like I don't my job, but the ones that look the best to me looks like Millville and Redbud.
I was gonna say those two. Yep, I was gonna say Redbud then Millville.
Because like they're so deep in the morning, that looks so much fun. Yeah. There's like they're pinned in the first practice.
Exactly.
I want to say I want to say that I've seen it in the Troll Train vlog, and they were talking about how sick track. They were like the track is so smooth that I was going like fifth gear everywhere. I want to say they were saying that at Millville or Redbud because it's just perfect in the morning. I've ridden Redbud before. I've never ridden Millville though.
Yeah, I got to get out and do some of those tracks. I go to them quite a bit for the pro stuff, man, but I've never just thrown a leg over a bike and checked them out. I've been meaning to. Yeah. But yeah, I love that they like in those tracks they prep really good, but they also allow you to make like really nice lines, and the corners are so perfectly prepped and just bermed up, and like it looks like a dream track, man.
Dude, you know what me and my friend were talking about that's interesting is, did you ever have any tracks that had quads right on them and it made the lines really good, dude?
Yeah, for outsides, yeah.
Dude, so good, right? Like they make the best berms, man. Like some tracks are destroyed, but some tracks they make the sickest berms ever. And you can just hold a pin. So the sand trick at Hard Rock, the quads would make the berms so good, man. I used to love when they would ride out there because they would just have the sickest lines ever.
The only thing I hated about quads was they put holes everywhere, dude. So like right out of the berm, huge hole. Off the jump face, huge hole. On the landing, huge hole. Like the berms were super sweet, but the minute you get out of that berm, dude, it looks like a freaking battlefield.
You ever seen a pro quad rider, like any pro quad riders ride?
Yeah.
Like, dude, they're so insane.
They move.
One year, we're 2 laps to go, dude. I went to High Point one year. I think it was or maybe that or Steel City. This was before 2010. This was a long time ago. And it was when Villapoto was still racing lights class, I think. And whatever day that the day after the race was like pro quad day, or the day before the race or something, either or. And the dude, the guy that won was set faster lap times than Villapoto did, man. They were going so fast, dude. They were like pinned everywhere.
The thing is, they can like their corner speed's a lot faster than ours.
And they jump everything.
They jump everything exactly. It's kind of gnarly. I could never imagine trying to jump a quad, dude.
They scrub, I think, too, man. I think they like scrub and whip a little bit. Like they don't care about high. They won't high. You think you're in a high side, and they never high side.
God bless them.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It blew my mind because I used to think quads were super lame. I mean, and every motocross rider always like hates on him. Like, rather than I've seen them like, all these guys are gnarly too. Like these pro guys are next level.
And a lot of them, they do ride moto when they're just as like oftentimes just as fast, if not a little better in moto side, you know.
I did a training camp in Wisconsin one time, and there was a guy there that did it that used to ride quads, and he liked the thumb throttle better, so he put it on his 450.
What?
He had a thumb throttle on his 450. And he said that it was easier. He never got whiskey throttle because of the thumb throttle. I'm like, that's true, dude. You won't whiskey throttle on a thumb throttle.
Could you imagine riding with a thumb throttle?
And then you can use the front brake as you please without having to move your arms, dude. Think about that. So there, dude, he had two good points. He said no whiskey throttle, and I can use my front brake without moving my wrist.
Yeah, I mean,
those are two good points, dude.
Those are good points, but God,
I don't know. I'm not sure what that would be like, but it worked for this guy, and I'm like, hey, that whatever works, man.
That's weird. The only thing I'm looking like I would say is cool is like I have an issue with my wrists or with my my elbows. I mean, that would help you keep the elbows up position. But other than that, it's got to be so weird in a dirt bike, man. Oh, that's got to be weird. But looks like Kenny's gonna get this moto win, man. We were like,
he rode a solid race, man.
Super solid.
That was a clean moto.
And just again, his setup
looks freaking good, man.
Yeah.
The Red Bull helmet and Red Fox here looks tight, man.
I do like the fact that they're going retro with some of this stuff, almost reverting back to like early 2000s kind of gear. It's kind of dope, man. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like his bike looks like it works really, really well for him. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't move too much. It's not like too chattery.
Dude. Yeah, work stuff is man, all that factory stuff is insane. All the testing they're doing, his stuff is so dialed in, dude. Guaranteed.
Yeah, it's super dialed. And he can just kind of take whatever line he wants, man, and just bike's gonna handle perfectly, you know. It's crazy.
I bet you he was pulling away from Roxon when Roxon fell. If you look at the times. He looks like he picked up his speed a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though it's last lap, he looks freaking good, man.
Just put it on cruise control. Man,
so where's he at in points right now?
I think Kenny's down quite a bit, man. I think
because he had some bad motos, right?
Yeah, but they were like bad. Like really bad.
Yeah. So he's not a contender.
So yeah, congrats to Kenny, man. Also, by Kenny. If he keeps this up, do you think that he can potentially, fight back towards getting the red plate back, or do you think it's a little too late?
Dude, no, it's not too late because so much stuff can happen. Well, but I mean, how deep are we in the season right now? We're almost done, aren't we? I mean,
I think we got
Loretta's. There's only a few races left, right?
No, I think we got like 5 races left, don't we? We've got or 5 motos, 5 races, something like that. We've got Budds Creek we still have to do. Then we've got to go to, isn't it
Pala? We got
Pala, Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
And
the schedule's different because they extended Supercross, so they're going to go longer, aren't they?
Yeah. So
that's why. Normally, like we're at the last 3 right now, you know.
Yeah, I think we're going to go a little longer. I want to say we got 5 races left, something like that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential right there. I mean, you get Ferrandis with 2 not so stellar motos, and there's your.
I mean, yeah, he would need to DNF races, but it's possible. So I'm just saying, like, that's what it would take, in my opinion, for that to happen. He would need to like get hurt or miss full motos.
Yes,
you're not going to lose a title by just getting freaking 15th place if you're that far. Well, let's see how far back he actually is, man. I'm just talking. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Are they doing a whole segment on why these guys like golf? Oh, come on.
So. Just watch all these guys slice it real bad, dude.
Come on, MX Sports.
No, it's all good, man. You gotta find some way to balance out motocross. You can't just only ride, man.
Oh no, for sure. I'm glad that they're like.
Yeah,
it's cool that riders have the outlet. I don't think the average fan is going to care about these guys playing golf, though. They want to see moto nonstop. But I mean, as somebody that likes all bunch of different sports, I fully endorse this. The one thing that I will say that I've gotten so addicted to, and whenever we do the race, it's usually like me and AJ and a few other people. We got so hooked on go-karting, dude. It's ridiculous. It is
Dude,
absolutely insane how much we've got hooked on it.
go-karting?
Go-karting.
Okay, John, do you know what I was into, man?
What's
For a
that?
minute was RC cars, bro.
Really?
Dude, I was all about electric RC cars, and
Yeah.
I was like I was buying, like, doubling up batteries, and I got into like all the electric motor stuff, and I'm buying all the lipos. I thought it was tight, dude. And then airsoft guns as well, dude.
Gotcha.
Had an insane freaking collection of airsoft guns for a long time.
Yeah, I got hooked on the Traxxas brand. I had an electric Rustler, and dude, that thing was an absolute beast. I would have, I only did it like winter time and stuff, and then once racing kind of kicked back up, it was like, all right, we're doing that. But I would have loved to have like gotten into that little thing and ripped it apart a little bit, you know.
Okay, dude. So Roxon is
Like 40 something, right?
yeah, well, he's 40, I think 46, 44 points down, it looks like.
Oof. Minus what, 3 that he?
Yeah, 47. He's 47 points down, dude.
Oh,
so
is that before this race?
That was just let's see. I mean, just I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't give you like a last time. I was looking at RacerX's website.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, what's up, Alex, in the chat? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in, Alex. We did a interview with Alex not too long ago. Dude is a absolute champ. Super nice guy. Great brand ambassador for FXR. So we appreciate his support. Him checking in. What's up, Jay from the UK checking in as well. Hope your weather's not nearly as hot as ours is out here, and you're getting some good moto time. Alex is saying we need golf lessons with Fowler. That'd be pretty sick. I will say though that I know that Jet's really big into golf. That might have to be my next challenge to him, man. We did the donut eating contest. Now we might have to see who's the better golfer between me and him.
I was all about Xbox. I was racing, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I love playing Xbox, dude.
You know what's funny? I couldn't get my I have the original Xbox, right? The original like black Xbox. And yep, couldn't get that thing going. So I rebuilt it, changed a few capacitors inside, busted it open, and then I went and bought the original MX Unleashed, and then the second iteration. Nice. Dude, so hooked on that game. To me, those games are way more fun than the new ones. I don't know what it is.
Dude, I'm in one of those like really crappy new ones, dude. Like they put me in Reflex. I have a character in Reflex.
You do?
Yeah, whichever one, like MX. It's one. Let me figure it out, dude. It's the one. I have a character in one of those games though. Yeah, because I signed a contract in 2010, dude, and then they sent me a game.
That's rad. That's
the game is not as good as Unleashed or Reflex, so that's why I was kind of bummed. It's only a decent game. It's not great.
Dude, I'd love to get my logo in that game, man. If I can get my logo in that game, that would be sick. That would be fire.
I don't know how to find it. What would be MX on like MX Reflex?
Yeah, Reflex, I think was.
Wait, hold on. Untamed, that's what it was, dude.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Untamed, man. It was Untamed. Yes.
That was a fun game. Untamed was super fun. I did like that one.
Really?
It was fun. Again, nothing tops the first one though. The first MX Unleashed, nothing tops that game for me.
Yeah, dude. I have a character in that game that my rookie. It just says rookie on the jersey, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude. They did a deal with all of our whole team. So everyone on the team got a character.
That's
right. We all got a free game.
That's freaking awesome, man. Do you have like little kids like hitting you up saying like they played you in a video game?
I had a few, I think, but I don't think anyone. I don't think that game was that popular. So I'm saying I think it was a. I think that it was a blowout, dude. Just because Xbox is not. I mean, everyone's playing PC games now, dude.
Yeah.
I was like right during that shift, everyone went to PC, so it's just less convenient, right? Like you can do anything, like you can download any game you want on PC.
Yeah.
Or no, is Xbox still going pretty good? I thought it was like PS kind of took over.
I kind of like Eli's kit, man. That A-Star stuff is looking pretty rad.
I like the stuff that Anderson wears. All that white gear looks really good. Did you see he signed a deal with Scott, dude? Goggles.
Kenny did?
No, Anderson.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
He posted it. He posted a thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, Jay mentioned it's good racing last week at the Reddit. Man, it was awesome, Jay. Like that was some of the most fun motos. I will always say, I think the class of 05, 06 is probably gonna be like my favorite of all time. But dude, great racing in all classes. And shout out to teaching your nephew tomorrow, man. That's got to be fun, dude. Passing on the torch, getting the next generation of Groms in, dude. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doug DeGrave checking in. I made a moto golf course. That's super cool. It's like miniature golf supercross. Awesome. Dig it, dude. Whoop sections, berms, the whole deal. Freaking love it, man.
Did you ever build any toy motocross tracks, dude, growing up?
Oh man. So I had, and feel free guys to chime in the chat too if you did the toy moto thing. So me and my dad were we were remodeling the upstairs, and we had to like dig out a part of the backyard, and we pulled up all this clay, and we had like a slab, like a concrete slab, and then a bunch of clay in the slab. I put together the coolest supercross track of all time, dude. I had like all my buddies in the neighborhood were like coming by, bringing a little toy dirt bikes, and we were like ripping, making ruts and stuff, dude. It was so sick.
With the putty scraper, dude?
Yeah, dude. It was rad.
The putty scraper was how to make the sickest jumps. I forget who showed me that. They're like, you need a putty scraper to make all the whoops, and that was the next level, dude.
It was phenomenal. It was great. Good job. Yeah, my girlfriend's going to a wedding. Looking great. Looking phenomenal. Love the shoes.
Yeah, dude. Mine's locked in the bedroom right now, dude.
Looking good. Yeah, it's like wedding season's been gnarly, man. Like, so many weddings happening.
Stop inviting me, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm starting renting tuxes, dude. Yeah,
exactly. I'm so done with this, man. Oh man, it's crazy. We're at that age now, dude. That everyone around
I know, dude. That's
getting married, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting married. Everybody's like having kids and stuff. I'm just like over here trying to ride my dirt bike more, you know.
Trying to freaking build stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Oh man, crazy.
I don't know. People get impatient sometimes, I think, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone's got different goals too, and stuff, and like priorities and stuff. You know, it just depends what you're trying to do, man.
100%. Yeah, I'm on the Dave timetable.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of in the spot too where I'm trying to I worked a long time to get back to where I can try to build something again. So I'm trying to build something again, like where I can actually start over again, you know?
Yes.
And exactly. So like, I don't want to, there's a small window of time to do that before you're wrapped up, and then you have responsibilities and stuff. And so I'm trying to just grind out while I can.
Exactly. I'm on the same boat, dude. I want to build this empire before I start getting locked down with responsibilities, man. 150%.
And dude, I feel like the more stuff I watch about where all this sort of social media is going, how big it is, like I bet you someday you're gonna have to pay money to create a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think so, man. I can feel
there's gonna be like amount of people who went in like during this time and were doing it and be like, wow, it was free back then. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I
mean, dude, I watch YouTube pretty much more than I watch regular TV.
Same, exact same, dude.
Like lately, I've been watching podcast funny moments, and it's like the greatest thing. I love it, dude. Just watch people just talk crap to each other. It's so good, dude.
What podcasts have you been into lately?
Dude, have you ever watched Theo Vaughn? Like
Yeah, I love what is it?
with him and Brandon Schwab, dude. Like and then
This that's not Fighter and the Kid, that's King and the Sting.
yeah,
I love it.
Bobby
Love it.
Lee. And oh dude, it's
Bobby
so funny, man.
it's Bad Friends.
Dude,
Love Bad Friends.
have you seen that clip of Theo Vaughn where he's like, hey man, he's like, they were like, do you think there's more murderers or porn stars in the world? He's like, I think murderers. And he was like, he goes, I probably shouldn't say this. He goes, but I know a guy. And he told me he killed someone. And he's like, I wouldn't say this. He's like, this ain't my words. So, but he's like, he said it felt freaking good. It's so funny. He said it felt good, man. So that's hilarious. Crazy. You never can tell if he's lying or not, dude.
That's the thing. I think that's the thing with Theo Vaughn, is that people love his stuff so much. Like, it doesn't even matter at this point. Half of it is probably made up, but the way he sells it, I'm trapped, dude. And then you get him and then Brendan Schaub going back and forth, like, oh, you look like a bloated lunch lady.
Yeah, you know what you look like, man? Yeah, it's so funny, dude. Like, what did he say? He was like, you look like you work at he said you look like you work at he said something tire center. He was like a clothing tire center, dude. He said you look at like Macy's Tire Center, bro. Yeah. And they're just laughing. It's so funny, dude.
You know what's good is so I love that. I love their buddy Tom Segura has one with his wife, Your Mom's House. It's the craziest, like, most out there podcast. It's funny.
I've seen that one too. Yeah.
But I love The Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen.
Super Brian Callen is hilarious, dude. So funny. And then Chris D'Elia comes on there, and it's so funny.
It's great. I love those. So those are my favorite. And I love Congratulations. Me and AJ watched Congratulations with Chris D'Elia incessantly, right?
Yeah.
The funniest ones to me is when you have Chris D'Elia, Will Sasso, Brian Callen all just talking crap about each other.
Oh wait, I don't know, Will. You got to send me some stuff. I'm not familiar with Will Sasso. Because like if you like that stuff, I'm gonna like the same stuff you like. Because that stuff's hilarious. I love it, dude.
It's good. It's good. It's really it's hilarious.
I think it'd be funny to get something like that going with like in between races, like people just like talking trash about like Plessinger or Loop. You just because like everyone knows each other, so no one's gonna care.
I'm down. I'm down for that, man.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, you should see me like I try to keep it, because some people don't know that, like, our humor or whatever. So try to keep it kind of like whatever, middle ground.
Yeah. But you still can do it.
Normally,
you keep it going.
Yeah. Normally, dude. Yeah.
It's totally
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's check back in. Sorry guys, we kind of went on a rant about the podcast, but hey, it's super fun. Want to keep it that way.
Whatever, dude. We're hanging out.
Exactly. I love that stuff, man. So Jay's saying blown away by the female class at Loretta's. I agree, it was good. One thing that I was kind of like scratching my head about is like we have these female racers like we've got Jordan Jarvis, Marissa Marcolon, all these women that are really good. They don't really have their own series, and like I feel two ways about it, right? I think it's super cool to see them racing with the guys. It makes this, they get highlighted. It's super cool. It elevates them and everything like that. Also, it's like, man, it'd be really cool to see the women's class come back again, just to have even more females highlighted, more of a chance for them to get on a pro platform. You know what I mean? So I would love to see that. It'd be cool to see that come back, and again, give little girls out there a really cool goal to see, like, hey, I can do the women's class, and then I can get my skills honed in that, and then go to the men's side, have the option to dominate both, you know what I mean, or get into both at least. So I think that'd be really cool to see that come back and stuff. And a big point that you bring up too, Jay, is seeing Deegan go up on big bikes, get that mini cycle win, and then hop onto a 250F and look like he's freaking lights out fast already, which pisses me off because I'm slow. So that was that's pretty cool to see, man. Like, do you think that more people should do the 125 route and then 250F, or do you think it matters? You should just go to a super mini straight to 250? What do you think, again?
Depends on your size, I think. I think that the 250 is safer than I think that I went 2-stroke first just because that's what I think that it's different now. Like, I don't know, but I think that I went 2-stroke because that's the first class you could race, because like it was schoolboy total 15, so you couldn't race a 4-stroke in that class. It was only 2-stroke only.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that's like it's just an easier way to get comfortable on the bike, probably. I don't think it really matters. I think you could probably go either way, though. it's going to be easier. I think you're better off just going straight to the 250 though, because you're going to have to learn it anyways. You ride the bike different.
I agree. And that's one thing I kind of wish I did.
Is there still a two-stroke only schoolboy class now?
Yeah, there is.
There is. Okay. Well, then yeah, if that's the case, then you're going to ride both.
Yeah. I went to
there's not though.
125 beforehand. And I think, like you said, I got so used to the 125 off of my 85. And once I got into 250F, dude, it took me like a year or so to get just comfortable with it's such a different bike. You can't ride in the same.
Yeah.
It's a night and day difference, man. So yeah, I agree with you 100%, man.
They're definitely different. I felt like once I started riding a 250, I didn't want to go back to the 125 because I was like, this other bike sucks, man. It's way harder to ride.
Yeah,
I felt like so. I just felt that, but yeah, it wasn't as much fun and it was harder to control.
Yeah,
there's less control with the throttle and the clutch. Like at least 250F, you could lug it.
Yeah, I like the fact that I could corner a lot better on the two-stroke though.
Yeah, and so I only rode it because I had to race it.
Gotcha.
Or else I wouldn't prefer to. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I rode my when I was amateur, I rode my 450 more than my 250 probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, just the added power made things a little easier.
It was easier, and I felt too. It mentally made me feel like the other bike it just made it easier to ride.
Yeah.
Because it was heavy. Like my 450 was heavier, and then once you learned how to ride that somewhat like aggressive, smooth, the 250 you could feel like it would feel like a pit bike, and you would just feel like a freaking. Because I was smaller I was always like probably like 140-ish pounds.
Yeah.
250 class, big bike classes, and then when I went pro, I was closer to 150, but never went over 150. And so I was in the smaller side of that class, and the suspension guys always told me they wanted me to be like 155 for the bike to handle at its optimal, I guess, capacity. And so I always felt like I never rode 450s after I went pro though, because I only had the 250 out there in California. But when I was amateur, I did a lot of my long endurance training on the 450 because I felt like it made the 250 ride a lot easier.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Just mentally, whether it actually did doesn't really matter. I think, but like if I felt like it did, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure.
Which is weird. That's why the placebo effect is just it's real.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So that's why it's the same thing with style too. It's like, well, does it really matter, dude? I mean, me and you were both talking. We both said that Plessinger looks smoother and he's the one that crashed. So you know what I'm saying, dude? Like it's like I don't know, dude.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I think I will say when I tried doing the 85 and 125 at the same time. When I went back to my 85, dude, after riding 125, it was the same thing, right? It's like, dude, this is a freaking toy, man. This is ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely crazy. So Jay said he was reading up on your background, Ian. He goes, pleasure to meet you. Yeah, dude, if you don't know about Ian's background, man, it's extensive, dude. Ian's definitely been a big player in the industry for quite a while. So cool. Always cool to have him on these things. It's seeing Deegan go up in bike side, it's super cool. I think it's gonna yield a lot of success for him, but also I think it's gonna be just a little bit of a learning curve for him at first when he goes up against some other super fast kids and guys who have been on big bikes a little bit longer. But he's got the right resources, the right people behind him. He's gonna be solid, and he's going to continue to grow his viewership. I think he's another guy that can be like a Stewart or like a McGrath, and you might agree with this one, Ian, who's just going to bring us in a whole new group of fans, a whole different like avenue to showcase the sport, which I think is super cool. So it's going to continue to keep helping moto be more of a mainstream thing,
100%, dude.
Let's see. Just put a question up in the chat for you guys. What's your take on the 450 moto? What were some big standout moments to you guys? Alex is saying, Ian, your segment in Epic was probably one of the best segments.
Oh, I'm reading the comment. Oh yeah, dude. And so I've known those guys for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was cool to watch them like that. I remember filming that movie. They had a helicopter spot that was really cool. That spot in Florida was a really cool place, man. That whole movie is sick though. Like the way that they shot all those scenes is amazing. Like all those waterfalls, it's so cool. It's like them traveling the whole country.
Yeah.
I loved Tomax Park with that music and stuff. I thought that was really cool. And then remember Ingles free riding and stuff. That stuff was freaking tight, man.
People don't talk about him enough, man.
Where is that kid, man?
I don't know. There's so many guys that like
Dude,
were pro a while ago, and I'm like, I would love to hear what they're doing with their lives now. You know what I mean?
dude, I heard that when Nico first went pro, he told me that he went to a house party and Ingle was outside with a shotgun, just chilling, dude.
What?
Yeah, like the kid was out of his mind, dude. Like the kid was crazy. He was nuts. Like he was always getting in trouble, man. But he was fast as crap though.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
he was just, but you just never wanted to hang out with him. I went to Walmart with him one time, and he like got kicked out with like he was just throwing stuff and just being a little d bag. But he was freaking. He was funny and he was fast.
Jeez, I remember that happened quite a bit. I remember Barsha got us kicked out of go-karts when we were like 14, 15.
Yeah,
was at the New England Regional, dude, just going crazy up in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
making fun of people and got us
making
fun of the owner and got us kicked out. Which
yeah.
I was so bummed because I told you, like, I am so hooked on go-karts, man. Like, I was such an addict for him. I was like, God damn it.
I used to always hang out with Malcolm and Malcolm never got in trouble because everyone knew who he was.
Yeah.
Malcolm Stewart, like literally on the Reddit, he'd be like, dude, as long as you had him in the golf cart, they wouldn't mess with you, man. So I always had him with me all the time because he never would get in trouble. And he'd get so pissed. I'm like, what's your deal, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. We got to get him on this show too, man. He's got to be one of our guests when we kick off.
Yeah, that'd be tight. We used to play Xbox with him all the time.
Yeah, I heard he was big into gaming too.
Yeah.
We got a whole gate full of gases, man. Look at that. I want to get my hands on one of those things. They look so good, man. You put some black rims and a FMF pipe, one of those things. That thing looks like a freaking
yeah,
gorgeous.
I'm checking out the chat.
Insane, man. There would never be another Stewart. I agree, man. I agree. Bobby checking in. What's up, Bobby? Bobby was our intern at Southwick, man. He crushed it. We and Bobby just did a interview too, so that's gonna come out pretty soon. So I'm pumped to see all the people that tune in and start following Bobby from that, man. The guy's a stud. And we just dropped the gate on the 250s, and look at that. Hometown hero Justin Cooper's out front. It's really hard to bet against Cooper at a track like this, man. I think he's ridden this place quite a bit too, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, Hunt. There's that. Oh, Jet. Oh, dude, Jet's in second. Come on, Jet. Just don't make any mistakes, dude. Have you ridden one of the like more modern 250s, Ian?
Yeah, just the fuel injection ones in 2011. When I had factory bikes, that's the last time I rode.
Okay. Because I will say they're a lot faster than my 250F was back in the day. Do you throw a leg over a bike anytime like lately just for training stuff?
I rode a pit bike. That's it, dude. But like honestly, like I'm kind of like I'd be scared to ride again, dude.
Yeah.
Like the PTSD from all that crap is like freaked me out.
Dude,
it's hard to explain, dude, but it's freaking
I get it. Totally get it.
Yeah. Before I never really cared. I didn't care about like going fast or crashing. That's what I was into, and it didn't bother me. But now it's almost like an evolutionary thing that your body just puts like a brake on it.
Yeah. I totally understand. Pit bikes are still fun.
Yeah, pit bikes are sick.
Dude, I just got my girlfriend one, dude, and it's like I ride that thing.
What'd you get?
She does. So I ended up I know it sounds weird, but I got like an Apollo like X something. It's like one of those Chinese brands, but a buddy of mine races them like in supermoto, and he was like, "Hey, dude, trust me, like sell your little Cowie. You can get a shit ton of money for it, and then spend like $1,000 and go pick up one of these like little Chinese Apollos." And I was like, I don't know, man. Like I heard those things break. And he's like, dude, trust me. I have a 190cc fully modded that's probably just as fast as your 450. And
Yeah.
that thing holds up amazingly. So I went over to his house, checked it out for a couple hours, like went through his whole workshop and saw all of his bikes, and they were mint, man. So I got one for $1,000, sold the little, I think I bought her little Cowie for $900, sold it for $2,000.
Yeah.
And because bike prices are crazy right now, went and got an Apollo, and the thing's freaking cherry, man. It's like it's a modded 110 pretty much, just with a clutch, better suspension. And if I blow the thing up, which I don't, it's going to take a lot to blow it up, believe it or not, $300 for a new motor, you know? So it's cool, man. I mean, and she doesn't know the difference. She digs it. So
That is tight.
let's see.
I want to see some electric pit bikes.
Yeah. If they make
that,
them
those would be sick.
Yeah.
I get to see like going to a skate park. Those would be so much fun, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Just going around town, especially if you got like good brakes on them and stuff with a,
Yeah.
you don't even get the clutch because it's freaking instant power.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Alex is saying he's got a good feeling about Hampshire. I think Hampshire's going to do good. His consistency just bums me out, man. That's really, really weird.
Cooper was a good call.
Yeah, I mean,
he's always fast here, right? I mean, this is like, I think the hometown advantage is just a psychological freaking crutch that it just gives you, I don't know, something about it. It's weird. And it's like universal across all sports. Like any hometown event team always has the advantage for some reason, even though there's no physical, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing, no one's riding this track last weekend other than press day and stuff but no one's got any sort of hometown advantage to ride here. Like, it's not like it's been the same since Justin Cooper's been growing up racing here.
Yeah. Yep.
But just the idea of being home makes you feel comfortable, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Lee for checking in. What's going on, dude? And yeah, you guys bring up a good point. Finally, we get to see Jet with a good start, man. Let's see what they can do up front, man. We know Jet's fast, and we were always saying if this guy gets a start, he can do some cool stuff. But also, dude, Max Volan, 4th place, super dope to see him up front like that. The guy is pretty damn fast, like lights out fast from what I hear in training. So this should be interesting to see if he can last the whole moto. Hammaker's back in 6th, Swole in 8th. And I think I saw Rami Alves was like top 11, top 12. So shout out to Rami, dude. Good buddy of mine. I love seeing him around the races and stuff like that. And he's making the gas work. So the more privateers we see up front, the better, dude. This is sick.
Yo, what's up with Masterpool, dude? He had that sick race at Redbud, and then
I don't know. Ever since he got off the Star bikes, dude, it's like he almost took a step backwards, right?
Yeah.
And the dude is so crazy fast. His Instagram videos, ridiculous.
You know, his dad used to be an Olympic coach. He won gold medals with Olympic teams in skiing.
Really?
Yes, dude. His dad is like a guru.
That's rad.
They had some I got to talk to him for a little bit when I used to live in Florida, when I was doing all the motocross training full time, and he was telling me that they would only race Loretta's like a few years of their career, and they freaking both their kids cleaned up both the times. They didn't race all year except for regionals and Loretta's.
Yeah,
that's all they did to make sure they were healthy. It was weird. And then they only ride the track when it's like tilled up. They have some weird stuff, man. It's really odd, but there was psychology behind what they were doing, and it was interesting to hear why they were doing it. And at the time it was working. I don't know what they're doing now. But their kids had a lot of freaking wins as far as Loretta championships. They had like the most as like family.
They got a lot, man. You got a question in the chat there, Ian. Okay. Asking about J Mart.
J Mart. Yo, I think J Mart's gonna figure it out. Yeah, I think he just had some bad luck recently. Just because his freaking his track record too. I mean, he's got an outdoor title.
Do you like J Mart better on the Yamahas or Hondas?
Yamaha.
Yeah, same. Dude, Jet's corner speed is just ridiculous. Look at his technique in corners, man. Like absolutely flawless, super smooth. Even though you know there's a hook in the rut. Like,
If I were to guess, I think the J Mart issues are coming from where he's riding at right now. I've heard that just there's been some changes going on at the Moto Sandbox facility, and I don't know.
Oh, really?
Well, I'd heard there was some stuff about, I don't know, just more amateurs and the track was changing, and that's why Sexton left. There was a lot more guys that were over there, a lot of them left.
Yeah. Yep.
So that could be a reason why. Maybe he's riding in different places now.
Yeah, I could see that.
If he's even still there, man. I'm not even sure if he's still there or not.
Yeah, amateurs getting in their way, that would piss anybody off, man.
Because I think a lot of this is like a whole just what's your routine and circuit look like? What's the right formula? You know, what's the right amount of training and having fun and having your friends around so you don't burn out, kind of thing. So you can afford to go every weekend to these freaking tracks and not burn out and have a good time. And still progress and get faster.
Yeah, exactly.
And not burn out, which maybe someone like maybe that's what's happened with Tomac, is he doesn't have that formula or recipe to keep it fun and moving forward. That's probably harder than actually getting faster, I bet. I mean, think about that, dude. That's so much traveling that you're doing every single weekend. Like, this all looks really cool, but think about every weekend, you know, you're flying out Thursday, you're getting in or depending on if you're doing press day or not. So you're flying Friday, but then, you know, you're riding 2 or 3 days a week, but you're working every weekend, dude. So you're getting about one actual day off a week.
Yeah.
Sunday you're traveling. Monday you can chill and rest. You ride Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fly Friday.
Yeah, that's got to be gnarly.
So you're not getting a day off, dude. You're getting 1 day off a week. So even if you physically can do that, mentally that's going to, at some point, you're going to be like, shit, dude, I just want to chill, man.
It drains you.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's probably one of the most... Sorry, go ahead.
No, these guys are fighting a battle in their own head, man. That's why I was saying I think they need freaking sports psychologists in these teams. I think that there's stuff that we're missing.
Yes.
These guys are probably overtrained and don't know it, man.
Exactly.
That's just an assumption, but I mean, I don't see why that. I mean, think about that. I mean, just like work. After so much work, I mean, you're gonna be like, dude, I gotta take a break, man.
Yeah. And that's probably one of the big things you hear about from guys that first turn pro is like that transition of like, dude, having a ride so hard, so many days of the week, plus racing on weekends. And like, yeah, it's a lot, man. The travel, I mean, you know, that's like, Ian, the travel is just insane, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's a balance for sure.
Yeah.
It seems like it seems too like the guys who are having fun are doing better and lasting longer.
Exactly.
It's nice to see other avenues of the sport open up, like what Axel is doing and Bierman and all those guys, because the training's not for everybody. And then you see Anderson starting to do more personal branding.
Yep.
And just to find another way to have fun motocross, because they're tired. Maybe some of these guys are tired of freaking riding their bike.
Yeah. Exactly.
60 to 80 miles a week or whatever they're doing, dude.
Yep. Man, I'll tell you, this battle between Cooper and Jed is gnarly. Dude, what is going on with Faulkner? Did you see Jet throw that whip over the gravity cavity to get right next to Cooper? It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm coming up on it. I think Cooper and Jet ride kind of similar, actually.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing so how we talk about that we don't have the aggressive stuff. The European guys don't ride as aggressive as some of our guys do because our tracks are a lot smoother. And now that's why I think that it takes the European guys a minute to it takes them some time to figure out the US up because they end up riding too conservative a lot.
Yeah.
They have to adapt to riding aggressive. And I think Jet was really good at that.
Yes.
I think you're seeing Ferrandis figure it out too. And I think that's why Roczen he's been here long enough. Longer than everyone else. He's figured it out quicker too.
Yep. I agree with that.
That's one idea that I have of why they're not good right away, but they're good in Europe.
You know, climate's different too, man. Europe is not nearly as humid as it is here.
But their motos are longer.
Yeah, motors are longer for sure. But you know it's like when you're on that gate, head to toe gear.
Yeah.
The gates are getting ready to drop, dude. You're the heat, the nerves, blood pumping, dude. That can knock in.
I mean, dude, just think about anybody can probably relate to like going to school for the first time or going to a new grade and you just feel out of place. Yes, you feel small. So like imagine you go to a new country and racing and you know all this pressure, you probably just you don't feel like you belong there.
Yes.
Like that's how I would feel at least. So that's probably like the mental adjustment probably takes a long friggin' time before you can actually feel like I belong here and I live here and it's home.
Exactly. One thing that I would either be really happy about or really bummed about would be the food, man. That's one thing that I would like.
Yeah, dude.
Drive me crazy. As a boy that likes to eat, if I couldn't find good food, I'd be like, yeah, all right, cancel this team deal. We're going home.
Exactly.
That's funny. Looks like Cooper's starting to get a little bit of a gap on Jet now. I think Jet might have had a couple laps with just bad lines, not keeping him where he needs to be.
I think these star bikes are really good too, man. I think along with the talent, the freaking the machines have like risen with the talent for sure, dude. Yes. Because these bikes are definitely getting factory support now, man. They look amazing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It wasn't like that before, dude. Like Pro Circuit was mainly the dominant one, man.
Exactly, man. I mean,
it was PC and Factory Connection, really. And now you're seeing, we're seeing freaking Yamaha come in there too, which is tight. You'll see the talent even out more. I think it makes it fair for everyone that's on a team ride. If you're a privateer, you're out of luck, dude.
Raleigh's asking if they think PC will kick out Forkner. I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I doubt it, dude. I think Forkner's a long-term choice, man.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, these guys pick talent based on like character, not speed at all.
Exactly.
At least that's what they would, when I met with teams like that, that's what they were doing. I told you that when I met with Factory Connection, they barely even watched me ride at Redbud, man. They just wanted to talk to see what I was like as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like betting on, it's the jockey versus racehorse thing. Would you bet on the racehorse or the jockey, man?
Exactly. I don't know.
You know how what is it when it's like when the team's doing bad, they fire the coach, not the players.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Forkner obviously is a super talent. I mean,
I think it's a gamble too.
Yes, it is for sure a gamble, but also like,
yeah, but I think that, yeah, once you know how to ride, I think you don't forget it. I think, dude, I've seen that some of those videos of him riding at Rainer's place where he's comfortable is insane. He's so good.
Yeah, he's super fast, and I think they're looking at like what happens when he matures, right? Because he's still a young kid, you know,
still young,
super young. But I think they're looking at it. Okay, when this guy matures and figures out how to stop from falling and blah blah blah, he's going to be an absolute threat. Which I mean, he has been a threat, right? I mean, apart from the falls and crashes, he arguably should have been a 2-time Supercross champ by now. You know,
yeah.
So, and you know, a lot of people said that AC was almost the same thing, right? And look at where AC is now. So.
Yeah, I mean, AC is he's a long-term investment too. He's gonna, when he does figure it out, he's gonna freaking I think he's gonna be hard to stop.
Exactly. And Alex said,
hey, where did Hampshire come from, dude? I wasn't even paying attention to him.
Dude, just again, he's a guy that I said before this mode. I like the way he looked in practice. It's just the inconsistency. This guy could be up front.
He's really fast, dude.
Let's see. Did we lose you?
Dude, I think I was gone for a minute, man. My back.
Yeah, you were gone for a second. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, you're good. You're good. Thanks, streaming. No, I was asking about Volin. Do you think he's worth all the hype he came in with? Like, do you think he's going to be the force that people say he's going to be?
Isn't he super young, man? Didn't he go pro like from Super Minis or something?
He went pro straight from the schoolboy class.
Yeah. So then,
125 schoolboy.
I mean, to put that in perspective, I mean, I went pro in my second year of A class pretty much, and that was tough. So and that's after having all that experience in B and A on big bikes. So for someone to go pro immediately and just be even near the top 10 is really impressive. So yes, dude, but we probably haven't even seen close to what that kid's made of. So if he can stay healthy, he'll probably be super good someday.
Yeah, for sure. Relic or relic, I don't know how you say it. Yeah, I think Deacon's gonna live up to the hype, but he's gonna have a lot of hurdles, man. Between like the competition's just gonna get tougher and tougher. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a wake up call for him when he's not dominating like he is now or was on Super Mini. So, but yeah, I think he'll live up to the hype. He's got resources and the right team behind him. He's gonna crush it pretty decently.
He's young too. It's gonna be hard. Yeah. I mean, we really don't know yet. A lot of people are insane on it's a different game too when you go pro. I think it's relative, but then it's not. We're gonna see him, like, can he handle the pressure? It seemed like, with Adam, it took an adjustment from him dominating so much and then having to learn how to lose again.
Yes, for sure.
So it's early to tell, but yeah, odds are he'll probably freaking do well. If he's doing well now, he's gonna do good at pro. There's not much different. You're gonna race with the same guys as you go through into the pros.
Exactly. Do you what do you think is a harder class right now? Do you think the A class or B class is harder?
It always seemed like the B class was harder because guys could because it just seemed I don't know, it seemed like I'm not sure why, but it always seemed like there were more guys in the B class.
Yes. I noticed that 100%. The second I think I did 450A, and man, that was like a breath of fresh air. I mean, I went in nerves. I was shaking. I'm like, dude, these are like grown ass men I'm racing. They have beards. Like at 450A, like I don't know what I'm doing. Dude, that was one of the most fun, relaxing races I've ever had. The 250B, 250Bs were like freaking like, I feel like I was going to war, man.
Well, you also have a lot of hungry kids trying to figure out how to ride big bikes. They're kind of sketchy and they're kind of good. So it's like up in the air, man.
Yeah.
And then some years you have where B class is faster than A. And then some years you have where those kids are all in A class and the B class is just kind of mediocre. So it just depends, I think.
I was never that kid. I always saw other people like, oh yeah, like, the Super Mini would be like, one or two fast kids, so like your chances of podium super good, whatever. And I was always like, man, maybe one race I'll have a race where it's just like me and one other person, or just me. I can have a nice easy race. I was never that lucky. Never that lucky, man. Is that Volin's got Hunter Lawrence behind him, man? This should be interesting. It's so cool to me now too that all the bikes are so good. Like you mentioned, Ian, the PC bikes, like, mid 2000s were light years ahead of anybody else. And now it's like, yeah, the Yamahas are super good, but man, the KTMs are fast. The Hondas are fast. I don't think we're going to see just one type of brand, just like always.
Yeah, we see the playing field is definitely leveled out.
Yeah, definitely.
Equipment wise.
You think Pro Circuit will ever stray away from Cowies?
I mean, I think so. I think I've heard you're going to see sponsors change too. They talk about it. If you look in the past, like at one point it was like Spitfire, Kawasaki, and then like energy drinks weren't even in the picture, man.
Yeah.
Like I want to say Chevy was in there or something at one point.
Yeah. Yep. They were with the pro.
Yeah.
The
So
factory
I've heard
side.
that I've heard that energy drinks will probably step out and something else will come through.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just freaking some random crap I heard from someone say. I don't know that I have no
No, I mean,
real
if you look at history, that's the way
background on.
that's the way it's been, right? Like you said, we had Chevy trucks and we got the Monster Energies and the
Yeah.
Rock Stars. We had like Boost Mobile and stuff. I mean, it's all cyclical, I think.
Yeah.
Alex brings up a good point. Looking at Varese, man, that's jamming is he's up there, man. It's probably one of his better motos for sure. When I saw Varese in Supercross, I thought he was like a super mini rider. I was like, when they start doing super minis at intermission? Dude was super small this year. Kind of crazy, like how small he is and how good he rides the 250s.
I always tell guys, like someone like Fareed or someone that's just trying to learn the pro side of things and just build up their skills. If you could program if you could take a simulated rider and program it just at a speed where it just gradually increased and just let it learn off itself, get a top 20 start each time and just learn and just ride at like a pace that was enough to where they could at least learn some stuff but not crash and maybe improve at a 0.1% rate, you're going to get someone who's going to end up being top 10 in a few years.
Yeah.
The only variable is just like having bad luck and crashes. That's what's hard to control, I think. Yeah. And then money too. But I think if you started out in 450s, you would get lucky once or twice and then get someone would pick you up.
Yeah.
If you get enough good starts, you're going to end up front just by luck, man. And then you'll figure out the good lines and you'll be like, oh crap, I think I got this. And the next time you'll have a good start again, you'll run up front longer.
Yeah.
And it just builds from there. But people go in there and think that because they did their first race and did terrible, it's like it's over. But it's like anything else, you have to figure it out and learn it. And it's going to take time. So you have to go in there and plan on sucking and just learn and just go there and take notes pretty much. Cooper is looking super solid, man.
Yeah, he is.
He almost looks kind of like the same as Roxon does right now.
Yeah.
They're riding similar.
Very efficiently. I think he's just got his lines dialed. He's stringing them together, insides, outsides. I mean, pre-jumping, getting air off of this little acceleration bump to just avoid some ruts and some bumps, dude. It's cool, man.
Didn't he have some adversity he went through in amateurs to get to where he's at?
I think he just stayed in amateurs a little longer, kind of like Kitchen, who's actually making his debut today.
All right.
I think he just stayed in longer. I think he went up when he was like 19 or 20 and homeschooled and just didn't hit all the amateur national stuff like that. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know either. I thought that maybe he didn't have great equipment. He rode like really crappy bikes his whole life.
I mean, that could also be it too. I mean, I do remember he rode this indoor track with us like a couple winters, and he was just a super tiny kid. But that's all I remember. I don't even remember if his bikes were, set up or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks comfortable, man. And he's gapping a little bit on Jet as well.
And you pulled him.
Yeah, which is not easy. And it's rides like this where it's like Jet really needs to capitalize and stay with the man, because you start letting 3 points go here, 2 points go here, and it can be a big problem. Oh, who is that on top of that tabletop, man?
Anybody not running handguards, dude? That'd be stupid.
What's that?
Anybody not running handguards?
Oh, did I see the Honda boys weren't?
No, everyone's running handguards. You have to.
Yeah, Unadilla is pretty rocky, right? From what I remember. Yeah, making it look easy out there, man. Holy crap. Yeah, those going back to the chat now, the new Honda 250s. Yeah, they look sick, man. They're solid. I don't know. I was like actually looking to get one. I think our buddy AJ is going to grab a couple for next season, man. And yeah, it's looking really really good. Hopefully they're fast enough to pull my fat ass around. We'll see. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Jet and Hunter do on them.
I'm reading comments too, and Alex is talking about Cooper making a statement, 100%. Like that happens all the time. Like when you do something like this, I think it throws people off, especially like they look at it and like watch someone win like that or pull a lead and just like get yanked by or freaking drop Lawrence. Everyone knows how fast Lawrence is going right now.
Yeah.
That mentally puts you, even if it's just yourself who believes it, it mentally puts you in a different field, I think.
Yeah, that belief in yourself. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. Like when you can just do something like this, you become you become something else, man. That's like that attitude Stewart and them had. I don't think they won every single moto. They won before they even showed up, dude.
Yeah. You know what's really cool is Schwartz and Kilroy 15th and 16th. They're making those Suzukis work, man. Do you think they're really at like a huge deficit because they're on the Suzuki and not like KTM or Honda or Yamaha or anything like that?
I don't think the manufacturer is going to make that much of a difference, dude, unless you're racing on stock.
Which I can't.
That's the only thing I noticed was, especially when we're like changing bikes, it was all I ever heard. I mean, again, this is when I was racing, so we're talking about more than 10 years ago, but it was all based on like what the bike was like stock. Then you would hear that it had more bottom end stock or it handled better stock than the other manufacturer that you're comparing it to. But I think that as far as like what you can do to a bike, you probably can make any bike good enough to be good on.
Yeah.
I've heard people, now you can have personal preferences. I've heard Anderson say he loved KTMs at one point. Before, when we were on Suzuki's, he liked KTMs better than those. And that's what the Husqvarnas are a lot like now too. They're the same bike, right? You see how well he's doing on that. So I think some people might, maybe the chassis, maybe KTM chassis, like the difference in how it feels might fit your riding style better. But to say that it's just better performance, I don't know. I don't know enough about mechanics to say that.
Yeah, a lot of it also, I mean, I think it just goes back to like you said earlier on, is like whatever you feel works for you and what you're comfortable on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's gotta be all
whatever you gel with. Yeah. I don't think they're giving up like a crap ton of power to like a Yamaha or anything like that. But you also got to understand, like some of these riders, dude, they're so capable. It's like they could probably go just as fast if you threw them on a super mini, man. Like it really, they're just gonna be quick no matter what you put them on.
Agreed.
Shout out to Jerry Robin inside the top 20, getting some points. And Mumford is 10th. That's awesome, man. I think Mumford's one name I kind of expected to be up front a little bit more, or at least closer to the front. Like I kind of put him in like Shimoda and Swall, maybe Volan all in the same like breath, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
I thought for sure he'd be up there a little bit more, but did he come in like really, really young? Was he younger than the other guys?
Mumford, I thought, did.
Okay. So yeah, he's still got some time yet.
They all have time, dude. Some people, Look at someone. I mean, you don't have to win races to have a successful motocross career.
Yeah.
Look at Justin Brayton, dude.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, he's had some podiums, but I mean, he kind of just was hanging, or even Weston Pike, dude. Some of those guys who just made top 10 every weekend.
Yeah.
And were just always top 10 in points, and always had a top 100 number.
Yeah. Dude,
or a permanent number, like they kept it.
Just consistently good.
And they always had good contracts. Yeah. Brayton's isn't racing anymore, is he?
I think he's coming back for next season. Yeah. He won a race this season, I think, in 2021.
Did he really?
Yeah. I think he won a race. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, in terms of, I feel like that's someone who will be able to retire off motocross.
Oh,
when it's all said and done.
Yeah, him. Yeah, for sure. Like a Wyndham and even like a Ferry.
He never had any impressive streaks of results, right? I mean, he never had any, like, he never like won motos by a minute and was just like dominating stuff. He just was always there. Yeah. Capitalized on freaking good opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
And that put him up. That just kept him in the top 10, and that was enough attention to where he always had good rides, and he probably got good salaries and stuff, dude.
Yeah.
So he'll be fine when it's all said and done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one name you mentioned, Weston Pike, dude. That guy has such a storied career, man. Going from like privateer scraping by to being like one of the people's favorite factory riders for a number of years, man. That's super cool. And he's such a cool dude too, man. Like, wicked nice guy.
Yeah, dude. He's super cool. Yeah. I remember watching him race like the 4-stroke class, like maybe a class ahead of me. Mm-hmm. And he really wasn't that. He freaking wasn't that great, dude.
He's willed it, worked hard, and
he just worked his way in there. Yeah, he just kept working and figured it out, and like built up some endurance, and he figured it out, man. But he wasn't winning stuff as an amateur. He was like maybe top 10 as an amateur in the freaking amateur class in like B and just the 4-stroke class. So he wasn't even a great dude as an amateur. He just figured it out when he got pro.
Yeah. That's rad, man.
And I'm watching Cooper he's riding so good on the last lap right now.
He is, man.
He totally dropped Martin. And Lawrence.
I'm even looking at where he's grabbing his shifts, man. It's like, this guy is he's so dialed in. Everything is he's so precise, man. He's really got this track figured out for this moto. Oh, that's awesome. This was a really good race, man. A lot of good talking points, and a lot of I don't think we're gonna have a big point shakeup just yet, but it's still cool to see that there's still a little bit of fight in everybody. Man, those ruts in that corner look gnarly. That 180 before the mechanics area, those ruts look like they're freaking seat deep, man.
I think it makes sense to be lighter. I just read a comment about someone saying being lighter wouldn't hurt. And I always felt like when Martin won that championship, him being small was part, like, because that's why they're so good. They're like these short little freaking boxers, dude. Remind me of like little pit bulls, dude. They're so strong. Like Jeremy grew up running track in high school and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so he's an athlete just by nature. But I think you want to be like, you want to train like an MMA or UFC fighter or boxers, be as light and strong as you possibly can.
Yeah. You bring up a good point. I just started boxing a month ago or so.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about a freaking workout, man. Yeah. Holy crap.
You like it?
I love it. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of moto, where like we're so focused on being good at the sport. Like, yeah, we know we're getting a workout, but we don't really think about it. We know we're getting tired, but it's not like,
all right, dude.
Thing is to exercise. That's what
Cooper just dominated that moto. That was sick.
Yeah.
No one was even close to him.
No.
I mean, Lawrence had him for a little bit, but I think Cooper wore him out.
I was just gonna ask you, was that a fitness thing or just like a more of a mental thing?
I think it was fitness. I mean, it could be or both. I mean, I think they're both related to each other.
Yeah. No, that was a good one. Awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That was fun, dude.
That was good.
Great motos.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're gonna take a break and let you guys watch the second motos without us. We're gonna be back for the next one, and definitely stay tuned. Ian and I will have some cool things up our sleeves. We've got some cool interviews coming up on the channel. Ian's got some good stuff going on over on his channel. Please make sure you guys follow along with Ian and everything he's got going on. Doing some really, really cool stuff. Always feel free to DM him. And
I'll post clips too.
Yeah, yep, for sure. So thanks guys. Keep tuning in. We appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.
Sounds good. See you next time, guys.
See you guys.
I'll see you later, Dave.
See you, buddy.
Take care, bro.
See ya.